Late night market Monday, the content schedule really straightforward, aka Icons Rush Revolution, which we'll get into. Sugar Release 2, which actually got leaked by EA in-game earlier today. Ultimate Legends on Saturday, and then Sugar Rush Release 3 is just the eggs opening. It's not going to be we're getting new cards on Sunday through the egg, so that's why they have a Sugar Rush Release number 3 there. We also could be getting a Patrick Peterson tribute card similar to the Julio Jones tribute card. I would probably assume that would be either Wednesday or potentially this Saturday, although it's not on the schedule, right? That will probably be a surprise release at some point during this week. Let's go over, though, the MUT leaks that we got. So we have some other Sugar Rush Part 2 teasers in the form of Bruce Smith, Darren McFadden, and then Antonio Cromartie. We're assuming those are going to be, two of those three are going to be the LTD and 99 overalls, and the other one is going to be some sort of upgradable player similar to Andrew Whitworth that we got for Part 1. So those are three players that we've yet to see how their cards are going to be in game. Maybe they're new egg players that drop this Thursday. We don't really know. Ultimate Legends this week, we're getting Larry Wilson and Dwight Stevenson, so a safety and an offensive lineman. Actually should be a pretty good Ultimate Legend release. Larry Wilson's gotten some really good Ultimate Legend cards the past few years, so I would assume that one to be pretty good. Roster Revolution, a bit of a surprise. Tyreek Hill, a pretty big name, right? 98 overall, will assuming, I don't even know how I say that, but 99 speed, we assume he's going to have. Also, I see a Drew Tranquil here, a Joe Mixon, and I unfortunately don't know that Packers player, but a pretty good week for Roster Revolution this Wednesday. Now, getting into the official, right, and I could actually bring up Popular Stranger's original tweets here, because they were in-game via, I believe there's the 98 overall fantasy pack from the sets. I don't think they were in the one in the store through Carrots or the B&D one with Carrots, but the player names are Alan McNeil, defensive tackle for the Lions, Derek Brown, defensive tackle for the Panthers, Kayvon Thibodeau, outside linebacker for the Giants, Trey McBride, tight end for the Cardinals, and then Steve Hutchinson, a guard for the Vikings, the Seahawks, and the Titans throughout his career. So I hate to say it, if you were disappointed by the names during Part 1, I believe the Part 2 names to be even less exciting there. Steve Hutchinson will probably be like the only, I would say, super good card there. Offensive lineman. I guess D tackles also. We don't have, I mean, we've gotten so many good D tackles over the past few weeks, so we'll have to see the abilities, but I don't even think the abilities can really save these cards. But those are your leaks. We have also the Hispanic Heritage promo is a stage that will probably begin, in a few weeks. That's why I say staged, just kind of prepping it. So that will not be until the month of May. So we're still a few weeks out for that content. But that is your Sugar Rush Part 2 leaks, reveals, your Rush Evolution, and your Ultimate Legends. Let's now actually get into MUT. If you want extended coverage of the market and how I make my coins, subscribe to the Coin Bible exclusively on Team Get Lucky, link in the description. Let's start off though with your AKA content. We've got Marlon Humphrey and Deion Dawkins. The LTD Marlon Humphrey has 99 speed stock, strip specialist for 0 AP, and then he has the unique X Factor as an ability which is shut down, tighter coverage, and more interceptions. So it looks like Pick Artist is built into that ability, so then I don't know why they would make Pick Artist also, but I guess if you don't want shut down for 1 AP, and then tighter coverage, I forget if that is the break on the ball part of KOs or if it's the knockout part of KOs. It's one of the two. It's not both. So overall, it's a pretty unique card. I really wish they would have given him Avalanche, right, with the Fruit Punch. It would have probably made a lot more sense. But Shutdown is his ability there. On his 98 overall card, it's going to be for 2 AP, and that's really what makes that card special there. We also have, if I could find the other 98 overall, Deion Dawkins. I wish they would have given him Vanguard, right, as like that special ability at the very end. Instead, it looks like it's probably Edge Protector, you would say, for 0 AP. Not every card gets for 0 AP. I would think Secure Protector is 1, so he's your standard card all day for 0-2, Linchpin. I wouldn't really say he's by far and away the best left tackle in the game. He's probably just comfortably the best left tackle in the game, right? If we ever get a Vanguard or a 0 AP Secure Protector at left tackle, he'll replace Deion Dawkins, but we don't get linemen very frequently, and this has been, other than Whitworth and this Deion Dawkins, we hadn't had a left tackle upgrade since, I believe, Jordan Malata or one of the 98 Ring of Honor left tackles. So overall, AKA cards, they're solid. Probably the best we've had in a few weeks, I would say. Best left tackle in the game, pretty good cornerback. But that is your AKA content. Let's now move in to Sugar Rush. if you did not know, most of the carrot offers in the store are going to refresh this Thursday, except for the re-rolls, which you can just pull unlimited of them, but there's a reason for that. They're not very good, so they left them unlimited, but everything else, right between the 95, the 98, and the BND 95s, BND 98s, and all the Easter egg baskets will refresh fully on Thursday. So if you want to open those up, and I'll put the link to my video in the description, you could pretty much open up baskets, quick sell majority of your eggs, and guarantee yourself a profit. So you do want to be opening up all your baskets before the refresh on Thursday, because they will not stack. They don't do that. They'll just refresh back to the original amount that EA intended for. Also, if you want the 98 overall BND pack, make sure you open it up before Thursday. I do believe it is an auto open up though, so you cannot save it for part 2. So you'll be stuck with a part 1 champion, and then of course if you open up the BND or the BND 1 after the refresh, you'll have the option of both a part 1 and a part 2 player there. If you want carrots, or you want to earn carrots, or how you get carrots, it's just an alternate currency where all Sugar Rush players quick sell for the carrot amount. I'll throw up the spreadsheet on the screen. We'll show you which overalls quick sell for the amount of carrots. You also can earn carrots through house rules, although it's very, very tedious. 1 win equals 100 carrots, which for market value, that's around 3.5k coins per win. So it's not a lot, right? It's not a lot for house rules mode. I've kind of been staying away from it personally. If you want to just buy carrots straight up on the auction house, it originally was 90 overalls and 95 overalls were the cheapest carrots to buy. I believe 90 overalls are kind of still, you have to buy a lot of them because they're such a low overall. Yeah, they're slowly going down, but with the overall, it's kind of emerged now as the cheapest has been the 98 overall champions. These things, if you get them for under 550k, are the cheapest carrot to coin ratio in the game. It was 95s, but 95s have kind of crept back up to that 170 mark, and so that's a little bit above what a 98 overall. Also, the 98 overall is probably going to keep going down over the next 72 hours. They might even hit the low 500s, so 100% going to be the cheapest carrots. If you want carrots for baskets, carrots for the BND packs, it's going to be the 98 overalls. If you're wondering when Julio Jones does go out of packs, it is going to be this Wednesday. He's probably going to get replaced by Patrick Peterson Tribute, like I mentioned earlier in this video. So if you're looking to add Julio Jones to your team, I would highly recommend you go out and pick him up in the next 48 hours. He's pretty cheap. I heard he was a bit cheaper. I believe it was like Thursday morning or Friday. At one point, he was under $1 million, but 1.1 mil for one of the best receivers in the game is still very, very good, right? He started at over 2 million coins. So you have until Wednesday to pick that card up. I don't know if the training offer, I've bought the training offer, so you won't see it in the store. But I'm curious if the training offer is also going to expire on Wednesday. I wouldn't bank on it staying, right? If you are wanting to pick a Julio Jones, just do it before Wednesday in case they take it out of the game. I'd also assume the opportunity packs will eventually get a timer, probably 24 hours before they're getting removed from the game. So if you want those opportunity offers, because they are probably the best just straight up value for spending money on the game at this point, you get a guaranteed, at least not the opportunity pack, but the the $100 offer, you get a guaranteed card, and if there's really no pack odds involved there. But yeah, that's Julio Jones tribute. Hopefully, like I said, we get that Patrick Peterson tribute to replace him, because I think he fully well deserves a tribute card, especially for Madden Ultimate Team. He's been one of the best defensive backs in the game in MUT since I started playing MUT. He came into the league when I started playing MUT back in MUT 12. He had his first card was an 86 overall rookie card. They still did rookie cards back then. And yeah, he's had some of the most popular Ultimate Team items over the years. As we get into the market though, I'll be completely blunt and honest. There is not that much to do in the market. I have not bought anything. There's a reason, again, my coin count is all the way up at almost 200 mil. I am fully liquid. I could actually go show you my binder because I have no investments right now. The only investments I have is AKA 95s that I am liquidating through Deion Dawkins and Marlon Humphrey today. I bought Julio Jones today for 1.13 mil, and then I have some Panay Sewells I'm selling because I did some sets over the weekend. And I have Randy Moss and Trevonda Sweat, which I've had for weeks. But other than that, I literally have nothing in my binder. I just have scraps of 88s and 89s from my mystery packs. There is nothing to buy right now because the market is propped up because of the value of training, because baskets and eggs are really good, and it's essentially guaranteed profit by opening up baskets and quick selling your eggs. And carrots are super expensive, like we talked about. just a bit ago, right? 95 overall Sugar Rush cards are still 170k. Because of that, because the value of carrots is so high, trading is very, very expensive, and it's why you're seeing essentially every single overall but 95 overalls compared to last week up in price, right? Even though we did get a price range lowering last Thursday, which is very, very good, and it's good for Easter Day, right? 95 overalls, which were 42k, minned out last Wednesday, right? They've been 60 to 65k all over the weekend. 96 overalls, which were minned out at 103k, they're right at 140, 150, and that's because training is just inflated right now, because you can take training, and even though, it's crazy to say, even though the Sugar Rush rerolls are really, really bad, right, to turn training into a 90 plus Sugar Rush player, because carrots are so expensive, it's actually like an even exchange, if that makes sense, right? You could turn training into the carrots, and it would cost about the same if you were to just quick sell for training roll than it was to buy carrots straight up. So until carrots lose a ton of their value, which will probably start and happen on Easter Day, the market is just going to be propped up and inflated because training is going to be used to exchange for carrots. So I wish I could tell you, hey, over the next few days, the market's going to lower, right? 96 overall is going to go down to 100k. 94 overall is going to go back down. 98s are going to go back down. It's probably not going to be the case. You're probably not going to see these overalls drop until Sunday, right, when everyone is opening up their eggs. Although I don't think every single type of card is going to go down on Sunday. A lot of the junk, right, the bad 94s, the yucky 95s, the 96s that nobody's really using on their team, those cards are going to start to tank on Sunday when eggs are open. But for the time being, the way that I see it, right, as long as carrots are expensive, which they're going to be until pretty much Easter Day, this market is going to be propped up and overinflated. So if you have a lot of these really, really shitty cards that were, you know, a lot cheaper in weeks prior, you probably do want to go ahead and sell these before Easter. And I don't want to say you can wait until Saturday. They'll probably still be that expensive, but just to be safe, I would most likely sell off a majority of those, you know, shitty cards. I would say, you know, Monday to Thursday. As for, like, the meta 98 overall, like, all-star athletes and stuff like that, LTDs, I wouldn't go ahead and sell LTDs, right? A little look ahead to Easter Day. LTDs are going to be one of the type of cards that goes up on Easter Day, right? Not the Easter LTDs, but, you know, cards like Randy Moss, cards like Julio Jones, cards like Javondre Sweat. These cards will actually go up on Easter Day. And then, like, as for 98 overall, like, all-star athletes that are still really good, my personal opinion, my take, I think these cards stay the same or go up on Easter Day. And the reason that is, and I know there's still 700,000 coins, I don't think their egg, right, the all-star athlete egg, is pretty rare. Majority of people are probably going to be quick selling that egg, and everybody that gets coins on Easter Sunday from their eggs is going to go out and buy the best cards in the game. What are the best cards in the game? All-Star Athlete 98. So All-Star Athlete 98 is actually, again, another look ahead to Easter. I'll probably have a video talking more about this later in the week. But All-Star Athlete 98 overall cards, I actually probably wouldn't sell. I just think they're going to be very expensive on Easter Day. I think people are going to be building their teams back. And you're probably going to see a lot of people sell them off later in this week in prep to buy them back on Easter because they assume they'll be cheaper. But given how rare their egg is and how high the demand is for these 98 overall all-star athletes are going to be on Easter, I don't think they're going to move much, and I think they're actually going to go up in price. Just my take. We've seen some of the most popular cards, right, every single Christmas morning, Easter morning. If they don't have an egg that is going to super supply the market, and the all-star athlete egg is not that common, don't expect the all-star athlete market to super drop on Easter Sunday. But that's all for Market Monday. There's really not that much to talk about, I would say, in the right now. Again, I'll probably have another video out later on this week that'll go over the more detailed specifics on what cards I think are going to go up, what cards are going to go down on Easter morning. I will see you guys all then. Peace.